Wesley House Family Services is a nationally accredited not-for-profit organization dedicated to protecting and nurturing the children of Monroe County and providing the services and support that help strengthen families up and down the Keys.
This is life-changing stuff. This is stuff that's going to affect their life for the rest of time. And that's pretty powerful stuff. This is showing people what love is all about.
Wesley House has a long tradition of serving children and families that dates back more than 100 years.
Although we've been around since the 1920s and maybe even before that, a lot of people might associate us with just a daycare center. Some people might just think we just do foster care, adoptive services. We do all of the above at Wesley House. If it relates to family and children, we are usually involved in some regard. So Wesley House covers a whole gamut of things, but at the end of the day, Wesley House is all about children and families. After all, it's in our name, Family Services. It's our mission. It's been our MO for as long as we've been around and as long as we can see going forward.
The Inez Martin Child Development Center serves children from 18 months to 5 years and starts them down the path of a lifetime of learning.
We are a curriculum-based child care program. Our staff teach. We are not babysitters. We write lesson plans weekly. They have a curriculum that they follow and a theme that ties to that weekly curriculum.
We are the largest child development center in Key West. We serve about 90 children from all different ethnic backgrounds, socioeconomic backgrounds, and it's a beautiful facility.
We have 4 classrooms here at the school, so each classroom has on average about 20 children. We have 3 teachers in every classroom. You have a much smaller teacher-to-child ratio, which is important for quality. Your children learn more when the teacher has more time to spend sitting at the table working with your child.
Every day, what did you learn today in school? And he'll tell me the letter he's learning, what songs he sang, what book did the teacher read him. I mean, he could tell me everything that he's done throughout the day, and it makes me comfortable knowing that he's learning stuff while I'm at work.
In addition to teaching, the Inez Martin Child Development Center provides breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack each day at no cost to the family. By receiving healthy, balanced meals, kids are able to focus on learning throughout the day.
I have a hard time getting him to eat anything else other than mac and cheese, so I'm grateful just for that alone. You're getting him to eat out of, his regular comfort zone. Makes me happy. Yes, it's one of the things that it's amazing about this place as well. The fact that they feed our children and they don't feed them different meals, everything is the same.
People think that facility is just for our foster kids or just for the low-income kids, and it's not. We have an award-winning curriculum over there, and it's open to every child in this community.
I'm very proud of the kids that have passed through the doors here. We're not the child's first parent, but we're a pretty close second. And I believe that.
While the Inez Martin Child Development Center is one of the most visible aspects of what Wesley House does in the community, it is just a small part of the Wesley House mission to promote and enhance the safety, well-being, and development of children by educating, supporting, and meeting the needs of families. Since 2005, when it was privatized by the state of Florida, Wesley House has taken responsibility for the child dependency care system throughout the Florida Keys. This includes full case management services when there is a risk of harm to a child, foster and adoptive family recruitment, training and support services when it is necessary to remove a child from his or her family.
Wesley House is something to me that's very special. We serve a lot of families and children in very unique ways, very intimate ways. And we make huge changes in families' lives, and they last a lifetime. Every day, the work that we do is, it's different every day. And it could be a simple task of helping a parent get groceries to feed their children. It could be putting a smile on someone's face that's just completely stressed. Or it could be finding a home for someone that's completely destitute, or helping parents get off drugs, and it could be anything, but it's all those little things every day that we do that makes a difference.
I think one of the difficulties we've got is that, of course, we're covering the whole of Monroe County. So that means we've got 3 central locations. But all of the staff share that common thread of amazing passion for what they do. I mean, they really care, they love these kids. They really go 24/7. I mean, they're on call 24/7.
We really help families, whether it's 3 in the afternoon, 2 in the morning, 6 on a Sunday morning, and there's some crisis situation that people jump in their cars and they go and they address whatever need needs to be met, and they get it done. And very proud that the staff that we have are willing to do that.
Wesley House Family Services provides full case management services to Monroe County to ensure the ongoing safety of children inside the court system and to help families address any issues that put the child in jeopardy.
Unfortunately, life doesn't go great for everybody all the time. Wesley House is there for when families have problems. There's in-home type services. There's services where they try to put you in a place where you can get your stuff together and get back on your feet. And then if in the situations where we're at with the foster care or the child has to be moved out of the home for their safety, Wesley House is there to provide a net for the children.
When a child has to be removed from the home, Wesley House works with foster families and shelters throughout Monroe County to find a safe space for the children.
It's very rewarding when you have a child that for one reason or another doesn't have anyone at that point, and you give them some place to be and something to do and someone to love them.
But one problem kept cropping up: what to do with large sibling groups.
Shelters divide kids by age. So not only have children got the stress of suddenly finding themselves in care, but then they're split away from their brothers and sisters. I mean, can you imagine that? Just suddenly one day comes, you're moved away from home, and then you have to wave goodbye to your sister, who's perhaps going 150 miles up the Keys. So we thought, well, I know this is mad, but what would happen if we actually bought a house? Why don't we create our own foster home?
The houses that we own locally has given us that ability to be able to keep kids local, keep them in their schools, keep them with their friends, keep them to be able to easily visit with their parents, which is very important, and to have the flexibility to have the space we need when we need it.
When we worked at the shelter, we had children come in. They would say, "You guys make this feel like a home. We know it's not a home, but you make it feel like one." Here you don't have that distinction. It is a home. There's 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. It makes them feel some sense of normalcy.
The program has been so successful, Wesley House now owns 3 properties in the Keys.
Wesley House feels a need that unfortunately society has to have filled. And they do it well. But you're never going to get the praise in a business that's built on unhappiness. But when you're dealt a bad hand, you just have to play it. And Wesley House is there to help the children that get caught up in it and the families that do want to do better, do better.
Unfortunately, some families are not able to get back together, so Wesley House works very hard to find those children a new family through adoption.
If you've ever even considered adoption, just call us. You never know. You never know what the right match is going to be, and it's a really wonderful way to help the kids that need families.
A big focus for Wesley House is supporting and strengthening families by offering a variety of preventative services to assure the safety of children and reduce incidences of child abuse or neglect. The ultimate goal is to help build stable and nurturing homes.
When I was growing up, my father would always tell me, kids don't come with a handbook. And it really just sort of let me know that no parent understands what they're doing, and they're all just sort of making it up as they go along. That's what I love about this program, is that we are that handbook, that we are there teaching them, we're holding their hands, we're helping them learn how kids develop and what their appropriate expectations should be.
It's voluntary, it's free, it's all about education and support, and people can do amazing things when they feel supported.
I got pregnant when I was 18 and I was scared because I didn't know what to expect. She's helped me through a lot. But I've been through a lot. I don't know where I'd be without her now. I really don't.
I learned how to be a good mom to my kids, you know, be an available mom and, you know, listening, which is most important, you know, listening. It doesn't matter if it's something really small, you know. Sometimes it's just good to take the time out to listen and hear what your kid has to say. It makes them feel important.
Every family has strengths, and our job is to go in there and identify them and then play it back to them so they can grow from that point on. Yeah, it's good work. It's good work, yeah.
Growing up, I had a fantastic childhood with loving parents, supportive community, did not need for anything. Not every child in this community is as lucky as I was. Wesley House helps to make sure that all of those kids that we service and help are lucky and will be lucky going forward.
Of all of the not-for-profits I've been involved in Key West, this is the most special. This is the one that really counts. This is the one that makes a difference.
We cannot do the work we do in isolation. We absolutely need people that are willing to volunteer, that are willing to be foster parents. We want anybody out there thinking about adoption. We can have a conversation, help you make a decision whether that's the right thing for you or not. We would love to have more of our community involved in the work we do.
More information about how you can help is available on wesleyhouse.org.